All right, all right. What is up? Happy Hump Day to everyone and all. Welcome back to the Dre Sanchez YouTube channel. Of course, I'm your boy Dre. Definitely appreciate you guys riding on board. Capital G, capital O, capital D. Thank you for all your blessings for the day, dear Lord. I ask for continued blessings and thank you for waking me up and blessing me with my lovely family and my quality of life that I have, dear Lord. Big up to my wife and kids, of course. And my real G coffee of sorts says hello, man. What's up with you, coffee of sorts, man? Always been riding on board, so definitely appreciate that, homie. And guys, we're doing some more cargo ops today here. As you can see, I've had this plane for quite a while, never flown it on stream. However, we're gonna get right into it. This is the McDonnell Douglas MD-11 Foxtrot, and guys, we gotta fly this plane quite a bit because FedEx and UPS have officially announced that they're going to be retiring this wonderful cargo beast in 2025. So we got a couple of years to keep flying it. Of course, we'll fly it after that, but got to make sure we keep flying this bad boy while it's in service and while it's relevant, guys. So we're going to take this iconic aircraft over to Dallas Fort Worth on this wonderful Wednesday, departing here in LAX. We are on the UPS cargo ramp in LAX, and let's just get a look here and see what is crack-a-lacking here in the LAX. See if we've got some activity. We're on the VATSIM network. You can see we got Southwest over there. We got a few birds here in LAX, and we're just shy of runway 25 left on Alpha, and I'm not sure if there's any ATC going on, but we'll check that here. Let's get on board. Let me hit my wonderful track IR view reset, and let's go check the cargo hold first and make sure there's nothing in there. And guess what? There's nothing in here, and I don't think anything will be in here. I don't think it simulates cargo in here. But anyway, this is the cargo hold, guys, here. So let us just make sure there is no ATC on before we proceed, and I don't see any ATC on, so that's a good thing there. And of course, they'll you know, that little beeping noise that you get, it kind of startles you when you're trying to get through your flight. So anyway, guys, appreciate everyone checking in, and we are about to get it in. Before we do that, before we shut the music off, let's go ahead and do something like load the plane. So let's go to our rotate aircraft menu here, and we are perform maintenance task on all systems. Let's go ahead and perform that, and let's get right into the load manager so we can bounce up out of this piece. Flying time today, guys, is 2 hours and 23 minutes. Once we go wheels up, we'll be cruising at flight level 35,000 feet. And let's see, our total payload with passengers, which is only 4 on board, plus the flight crew and cargo, is 159.20. So that's our payload here. Our block fuel needed is 66,166. Or I'm sorry, 66,116. Taxi fuel, of course, is going to be about 2,000 pounds. And our trip fuel for this bomba clat is going to be trip fuel is 39,398. 39,000. Oops. 39,398 pounds of fuel. There's our takeoff center of gravity, as well as our zero fuel center of gravity. So we are within requirements. Let's double check everything. 159.20. Let's see here. Payload, yep, 159.20. Takeoff fuel 66.1. Okay, 66.1. 2,000. 39,398. Looks good. And let's compute everything. And aircraft is now being loaded there. And of course, we need to come to ground operations. Let's request our ground power unit. Chocks are set, so let's request that. Open this cockpit door. We'll do the cabin aft, cargo main, cargo forward, cargo center, and cargo aft. And we're going to request that. And now loading the aircraft with everything being open there. So that can happen, and we'll double check our fuel stores here once we get everything on. So ground power unit online, wheel chock set, stair set, refueling, load aircraft, loading, bada bing, bada boom. All right, and it's going to be on and off with the rain, so we'll check that out. And let us now shut the music down so that we can get right into business, and we'll get some music back when we get airborne. So let's go ahead and stop that joint. And let me check you guys out here. Everybody's doing good in the chat. All right. Before we do that, let's just go outside. I'm curious what it looks like. Okay, they got the little load cart there, which is pretty cool. So I guess it does simulate the cargo in there. I never knew that. I mean, well, I think I knew it, but I just haven't been doing it when I've been, you know, getting my training in. Zato Flies is in the house. Coffee says, love the MD. And Zato, it was funny, me and my spouse were just talking about you, seeing how you were doing, man. I'm going to be doing some flying in the Philippines soon. Look who jumped the, let's see, Tri-Jet Wagon. That's right, Zatos, man, I did. So this is pretty cool, so you can see the stuff being loaded in here, which I think is fabulous. And I just forgot that it did it, because I don't fully do the load. You don't have to do this every time that you practice with the aircraft, so obviously you guys can see the stuff is definitely being loaded up, and it's pretty awesome. So that's being done, and let's do our part as the pilots while the load engineer is doing all his joint, or their joint I should say. And we have the battery on, and the standby electric is armed. Now we can go to the external power and accept that into the wonderful aircraft. In the meantime, we are also going to put our let's see, our nav light comes on. Let's get our logo on as well, and we want to arm the emergency light, and let's go ahead and start getting the aircraft initialized. The cargo fire test will now take place, so we'll wait till that finished here. And we're going to do a couple more tests while everything is aligning. And let's bada bing, bada boom. Now we can come down here to the FMC here, guys, and start getting this bad boy ready to go. So we're going to go into our initialization page. Kilo Lima Alpha X-Ray. And we're going to Dallas Fort Worth. Kilo Delta Foxtrot Whiskey. And we're going to jump that right in there, guys. The alternate airport, according to the flight plan. You guys like that little accent as I digress here in the flight plan, is George Bush Intercontinental. So that'll be wonderful. Kilo India Alpha Hotel. And there's that. And now we can go ahead and confirm Kilo Lima Alpha X-Ray Kilo Delta Foxtrot Whiskey with Kilo India Alpha Hotel as the alternate. Go ahead and align the IRS there. UPS 318 is the call sign. Of course, you guys should have figured that out, man. We are going to be cruising at flight level 350. There we go with the cost index of my favorite, 75 or 75. Let's go to our next page, confirm our block. Okay, our takeoff gross weight is 468,000 pounds, or 468,300 pounds, and perfect. That's still under what the flight plan says by a little bit, so that is good to go. See, trip time is 2 hours and 14 minutes. According to the flight plan, it's calculated 2 hours and 23 minutes, but that's because we're going to be making some turns. Right now it's probably calculating direct. And IRUs and alignment, everything is coming up nicely. Let's come down here now. Oh, here's one thing I wanted to check. We needed that 66,100 pounds of fuel, and fuel on board here is 66,100 pounds, gross weight 468,200 pounds with a center of gravity of 29.4. We'll get our stabs figured out here. So let's come back to the actual aircraft here, or the FMC rather, and get into our takeoff performance. We are going to be departing. The runway is nice and long. We're going to depart flaps 15. That gives us a stab trim of 5.2. Runway slope is 0. If you calculate that, that's very easy to do. And of course, now let us check the VATSIM weather. So let's go for the METAR here. I never really know how to say it, META or METAR. I say it both ways. Okay, the winds are out of the west at 13 knots, so it's a headwind of 13 knots. So we're going to put Hotel Delta 13, headwind of 13 knots there, and the temperature is 13 degrees. So 13 is a big thing. Outside temperature is 13 degrees right now. Dew point is 9. And let's go ahead and confirm our speeds here. Pretty decent rotation speed at 156, V1 at 136, V2 at 163, and of course that's our performance. Now we can go right into the flight plan, and we are departing on the DOTS 2 from runway 25 left, transition scenery, or Canary, however you say it. DOTS 2, I'm assuming it's Canary, to Bravo Lima Hotel, and then on to a jetway. So let's get that in there now. So let's go right into the SID here, and let's pick our runway first, guys. So we're gonna pick 25 left. Bada bing, bada boom. We're gonna do the DOTS 2 with the scenery transition, and okay, we're gonna execute that, and that gives us a nice little departure there on the dots. Then after scenery, we're going direct to Bravo Lima Hotel. And it's definitely not 5,000 miles away, so Bravo Lima Hotel is here. So we're going to choose this first one, of course. From Bravo Lima Hotel, we go right onto an airway. So we'll just click here and click on airways. And we are going to go Juliet 169. We're going to exit Juliet 169 at Tango Foxtrot Delta. Let me confirm that. Tango Foxtrot Delta. Let's insert that and just double check. Okay, so it goes BLH and right on to the airway there of 169. And we're going to exit that airway at Tango Foxtrot Delta, and then onto another airway. So back here and back to the airways here, guys. And we're going to go Juliet 50. From Juliet 50, we're going to go Sierra Oscar. Let's insert that. Sierra Oscar, another airway here, guys. This is a route full of airways tonight. Juliet 4, and then India November Kilo. Going to that Inc. VOR, know what I'm saying? There's that. We'll insert that. And from the Inc., we're going to get right into the arrival at the Geeky situation. All right. So it's saying runway 13 right. You guys know what time it is. Let's go ahead and double check. Let's give you guys a different view here so it doesn't look so boring here. Let's see here. We're gonna go airports. We are gonna go LAX, of course. Let's just pull up all our routes and charts here that we need for our flight to Dallas Fort Worth. Okay, there we are here on the UPS cargo, and you can see the taxi is really easy, Alpha Foxtrot, and we should be out of here. That's what we're calling, of course, unless ATC decides to come on, and I'm pretty sure that's the same thing they're going to give us as well. Let's see, that's arrivals. We need departure. DOTS 2. Let's just make sure there's no specific vectoring, which there's not. I like the DOTS 2 because it just brings you straight out, and there is no vectoring on like the LAX 1 and other ones. You get vectored basically. And then we got a top altitude here of 17,000 feet. You can see 25 left. There's the information. Climate heading 251 to 640 feet. Then left direct to cross Hipper at or below 3,000. Then on track 221 to cross the door at or below 5,000. Then on depicted route to cross dots at or above 15,000. And we get a max climb, of course, of 17,000. However, because we're doing our own thing, that is going to be a little bit altered, because we won't stop at 17,000 feet and wait to switch over to tower on that. Obviously, we will just be doing our own things. Airport info here. Now, let's take a look and see where... see, air freight west, international air, hangar. So, it looks like everything is gonna be here. And so the cargo, west freight, let's see where the east freight is at. East control tower. Okay, we can also do the east freight here for, you know, for UPS. I don't know which side UPS actually lands on, whether it's the west or the east. We'll pick whatever one we want, because I honestly don't know, unless you guys do. Unless you guys want to tell me, man. But other than that, here's the east freight. So let's look and see what the winds are doing there in Dallas-Fort Worth. And we'll check you guys out in the chat, of course, here in a second. Just trying to get us up out of here. The winds are 170, 15, gusting 24. So, you know, I believe the winds being 170, we could land here. You know, it's about the size of the San Diego airport. So we literally could land here on 13 left. Or we can choose to come right on, even though this runway looks nice and fat for us. It's a shorter runway, so we got to make sure we're on game. Let's go ahead and also get that arrival in there. We're going to be coming in on the Booth 6. So... got a nice little departure out of there. Let's see. And you're not hearing them because I don't have my radios turned on in the aircraft. Let's see. Booth 6. Let's read the narration if we're landing. if we're landing on see, runways 13 left, 13 right. Okay, so this is still going to be appropriate for any of them. So to reduce our taxi, we could actually land on, but we're a heavy 9,000. Those are basically the cargo, so I think we'll take that runway. I think we'll be fine for getting her stopped. I'm still debating. I haven't flown this thing. This is a smaller runway. $13 right. West cargo. Actually, let's take 13 right. Let's fly on this side of the field. Let's plan on that. And what I like about that, that's going to keep our... We'll do this one here. And land and hopefully just come all the way down, get off on Bravo, Charlie, and up to whatever cargo parking that we want. So we'll land on the west side of the field. 13 right. Hey, that's actually the one our flight plan gave us anyway. So we'll try 13 right here and go from there. So let's see exactly what type of approaches. Now, if the approaches I don't like them, then we won't be landing on the... Oh, here we go. ILS 13 right. Look at that. Let me check you guys out here in the chat. See how everybody's doing. Jerry Porterfield, what up? What up? What's up with you, Jerry Porterfield? How you doing? Are you doing realistic time? I got it backed up a little bit, just because I wanted to do this flight in the daytime. Let's see, it's 6:11. So the time is a little off on this. Well, maybe off. It may be even like noon here. So not realistic time, but obviously on VATSIM. You know, I want to do this flight. I haven't flown the MD-11 at night yet, and so here's a couple of things to notice about the daytime on this aircraft. The daytime on this aircraft, the lights aren't showing like they are at night. So I want to get a nice daytime flight in here for you guys. But you guys know lately I have been doing night flying. So if we do another leg, it'll definitely be at night, real time. So let me just get this bad boy there in actual daytime hours. And then we probably will do one at night. Because I am going to start. If I would have started earlier, I definitely would have been doing it real time there, Jerry. But this one, the time is a little bit skewed, mate. Okay, so from Maury, so let's look at the approach here. Basically, it puts us left downwind to Bayonne, and here's 13 right. Yeah, because we'll turn around, so there's 13 right there. So let me see if it gives any specific, and we are going to be, I believe, transitioning on Geeky. Let's see, sim brief. Yeah, Geeky. So we'll be coming in here from Geeky and getting on to the star that way. To Larry. Yeah, so this kind of puts us not necessarily downwind since those runways are a little funky. So we will still definitely use the, let's see, slot. We're not going to use that. So yeah, we're going to have, initial fix will be Maury, guys. So let's get that in there and then get the Karakalak in here. So Dallas Fort Worth. Let's go to the star. We're going to do the Boo. See, this has the Boo 5 when it's actually reporting the Boo 6, but no big deal. With the Geeky transition, and we're doing ILS 13 right. Let's see, additional approaches. Okay, so let's insert that. Ink. So we can definitely clear this out. And then the last one, we'll leave that because there's the Maury right there. But we won't worry about them. There's 13 right, just in case we got to change it anyway. So I'm liking the flight plan here, guys. And now let's get right into our takeoff elements here. Let's see. Wow, it's already got our V speeds in here. Takeoff, KLAX, flaps 15, 5.2. Oh yeah, we did put the temperature and everything in here already. So I think we are good to go. Takeoff information is already in there. So yeah, let's go back to the flight plan again and just double check it. Make sure there's nothing wrong. Scenery, BLH, Salmon, 169, J50, J4, Geeky, Snuggle, and that's right on the approach. And of course there's the altitudes there. And then manual, so I do like it. It is looking good. Okay, so we're gonna keep the flight plan over here. Okay, there's the flight plan over here, and over here we'll keep our takeoff information just to be on the safe side. And the FMC looks like it is good to go. Let's go ahead and close the doors now, guys, and get the APU done. Let's just make sure. Well, the doors might have been closed in the loading process, so we'll just double check. Okay, they're not. Let's see, so let's close them all here. Okay, and we'll dismiss that and we'll come back. You can see our nice little smooth departure here on runway 25 left. You can see it's a nice little left turn there. And let's get our situation here up to flight level 350 because again we don't have ATC, and the runway heading on departure is going to be 251, just to have that in there just in case, even though this is going to go off once we get everything set up. As a matter of fact, we can arm this profile and we can also arm the nav, and that will take care of everything there. The altimeter, guys, that we need to look for here to put in here. Let's see, altimeter LAX is drumroll 3008. And let's also do it on this side here. We'll get the minimums put in as we're cruising. Alright, and before we turn the external power off, we'll definitely check the doors and stuff and make sure they're all closed up. In the meantime, let's come up top. I'm going to start the APU, as well as let's get that beacon on. And while that's crack-a-lacking, we can also get our better pushback all situated.
Ground to cockpit, plan acknowledged.
There we go. And let me check you guys out here. Alright, doing good, doing good. So while that's happening, guys, let's put in our general squawk code here and get that going. So we're going to go with a squawk code of 2200. And we'll get that TARA now. Let's also turn on our radios here. And turn up the volume. Turn the microphone on and also get the right frequency in there so that we can communicate on the Unicom situation. The Unicom situation. Bye. Okay. So we got Unicom in there. Let's do a little mic check. Any station is net radio check over. And
loud and clear.
Take a mic, friend. Alright, so we got the old loud and clear. And everything is happening pretty good here. Okay. APU power is now available, so we'll click that to the on and we'll get the bleeds on and we'll turn the external power off. Now we can go and check and see if those doors are most certainly squared away, and we'll be done with that menu here. Okay, ground power online, we can dismiss that. Let's dismiss the chocks as well. Open, 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 open. Everything's closed, closed, closed. Bye, y'all. Alright, everything is closed. And we most certainly have our nav armed and our profile armed for our departure here. And we'll get the flaps and the trims all set here in a second once we get pushed back. Again, we need 5.2. We'll be putting this into the takeoff, and we'll also be arming the auto spoilers there, guys. So let's go ahead and get our better pushback situated here.
Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
And I hope you guys are doing well tonight. Once again, Coffee says, looking forward to watch this thing in the air. Absolutely. My baby says, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining my hubby. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let's help him reach 800 subscribers. Thank you, baby. Much appreciated, baby. You know, wifey's always on board representing. So, you know, guys, I got a good one. She's a keeper for sure, forever, for eternity for me. Alright, let's get down and dirty with this little situation here. Since X-Plane 12's been out, better pushback's always giving me a little bit of a challenge there. It's always doing something funny, man.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Alright, guys. Let me drink a little of this H2O. All right, all right. Okay, you can see that bird's getting lifted up there. These little things are strong, man.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Okay, guys, parking brake is released.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Guys, if we turn around and look in the aircraft, look, it's empty. So it shows it loading up. That's what I was going after. But it won't show the cargo after everything's done. It just shows going in. I don't know why it disappears, but it does. That's kind of crazy, man. Alright, windshield defog now on. And let's see here. We've got our logo on, and our beacon is on, and our high intensity or strobe is off. Everything is looking good here. Let's go ahead and get those ignitions on to the alpha situation. Verify that the APU bleed is in fact doing its job, which also automatically does the isolation valves. Of course, another test that we need to do is the engine APU fire test. Alright, that test is done. Let's also do our annunciator light test.
Overspeed.
Okay, all that's working. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and start the right engine first as we're pushing back. So, we're going to ensure that this is on the... Oops. That's not what I meant to do. We're going to ensure that that is good to go.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Alright. We've got fuel being introduced now. And, well, not initially. I mean, we've got the ignition happening. Getting the engine spinning. Using some of that air from the APU. And it's just about time to introduce that fuel. Okay, fuel has now been introduced. Okay, 350 heading 251, 250. V speeds are confirmed. This one is also awesome because she literally starts the clock on her own once you go wheels up. While that's going on, let's make sure we get this into the takeoff position.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed.
Okay,
Hand signal on the right.
we're going to start
and have a safe
number
flight.
1. Okay, we've got ignition there. Let's uncage this. Okay, there's the fuel point right there. While that's happening, let's go ahead and get our trims 5.2. You see they're at 3.0, so we need to do trim up. Okay, we got 5.5. Okay, we need to come down a little bit. Alright, 5.2 on the trims there, guys. And of course, we can go ahead and start the third engine, which this is the engine on the tail. And we've got fuel being introduced here. Alright, let's get that fuel jumped in there. And there we go. Okay, now we can go ahead and arm our auto spoilers. And now let's get the flap set to 15. Slats and flaps are on their way. Alright guys, look at that. We've got stable engines, so now we can come back up top and we can definitely get the APU bleed off as well as the power, and it will start fixing itself up. So a lot of this stuff is on auto here. APU is still available, but we're going to go ahead and turn it off now. And we'll stop the APU. And pretty much everything up top is looking good at this point, guys. We don't have any annunciators. APU will continue to cool down. Again, let's reconfirm our fuel stores. 65.9, which is fine. That's just from starting the aircraft that we lost a little bit of fuel. And APU's on. APU power is available. Auto brakes to takeoff. Parking brake is on. And of course, this APU information is going to come off. And our transponder is on. TARA. Let's ensure we get traffic indicated on here. Okay, flaps are set, and of course this thing will definitely let you know if you're not in the right configuration. Flaps 15, speed brake is armed, and we have our auto brake to take off. Rotation speed is 156, and V1 is 136 with a climb out of 163. And of course, let's see, hipper door. Let's see what we got cracking here. 640 dots hipper. Let me check something here. To 640, then climb direct across Delray. That's 225 left. Hipper 640, then climb direct across hipper. Okay, so there gives us a flight discontinuity. I don't know why it does that. Let's check this side. Shouldn't be any flight discontinuity there. Let's go ahead and clear that out. Okay, that's not good. It literally just got rid of this waypoint, which is not what I wanted here. So let's put hipper back in. HIIPR. Then we can clear this out. There we go. So we'll make that happen and make sure that we get to go where we're going, which I think it'll be fine. I think once we get to that 680, it automatically will go to hipper there, guys. So we're good to go. Let's get the flight controls on for you guys and jump on up out of here, man. Alright. Flight controls are on, free and clear. And let's do this, guys. Again, we still have no ATC. Let me just double check that in case they want to come in and beep, beep, beep. Alright. No ATC. It's time to do it, man. Los Angeles traffic. UPS 318 Heavy. MD-11 here at the UPS Cargo off of Alpha. We'll be taxiing the runway 25 left for departure on the dots 2 via Alpha Foxtrot for Los Angeles traffic. Alright, guys, let's get those. Let's get the nose light on. Oops. Don't forget, it's not much to look out outside. They're going to supposedly be doing that in the next update. Alright, guys. Let's power up here. Get our turn going. Okay, let's do something here. Let's do our flight checks, flight controls checks. She's not turning. Sometimes she doesn't turn, so you got to make sure you're doing all your flight control checks first. And let's do one thing here. Let's do our flight controls check. Okay. Full up. Full down. Aileron left. Aileron right. Neutral. Rudder right. And rudder left. Okay. See if that makes a difference on this girl's turn. Okay, and I think she's turning better now. Alright, field looks pretty good here. So welcome on board, guys. UPS 318 Heavy with service to Dallas Fort Worth. We're going to do our best to get you guys there in one piece. Aircraft has a few different things you got to do to it in order to fly her good, but we'll get her handled. You can feel the weight on it too, man. When she gets rolling, it takes a minute to get her up, and then when she gets rolling, man, it's something else. Los Angeles traffic, UPS 318 Heavy will now be entering runway 25 left at Foxtrot for departure at the DOTS 2, climbing unrestricted up to flight level 350 for Los Angeles traffic. Okay, final does look clear. Okay, strobes and landing light are all on. Okay, we are lined up. Toe brake there. Alright, we're going to go up to about right there. About 47%. Auto flight twice. And takeoff power is set. Airspeed is alive. $80 knots. V1. And rotate. Positive rate. Gears coming up. One stage flaps up. Flaps up clean. And we're getting some rain there, guys. Let's stay right on those flight directors. And guys, right to that autopilot now. And we have a nice little takeoff there, guys. And I'll check you out here in the chat in a minute. Los Angeles traffic. UPS 318 is clear of runway 25 left, climbing out of the DOTS 2. Last call. Los Angeles traffic. Alright, guys. We have an awesome takeoff there. We are on autopilot now, climbing out on the DOTS 2. And landing gear is up. Flaps are up and clean. We can now disarm our auto spoilers and get this into the off position. We are still below 10,000 feet, so we are still adhering to the speed restriction, but she'll be climbing out here in a second. Smooth transition over to the autopilot, guys, and let's make sure our traffic is on, and let's come to the bottom here and make sure our weather is all good to go. Weather is on, it's on the auto. Let's put it on system 1. We don't need a tilt. Transponder is on. We made our call outs rather, and we are good to go. We are now crossing 10,000 feet, so the aircraft is increasing speed, so we can go ahead and get those landing lights off. All right. Forgot to get those seat belts armed. And guys, let's see what we got here. Sire says, I love the MD-11 and X-Plane 12. Yes, sir. Do you have a scenery pack for LAX? I did, but it kept messing it up. I actually have freeware from X-Plane. I mean, not freeware, payware scenery from X-Plane 11. But even in X-Plane 11, it gave me some problems. So that's just the standard. We have scenery in Dallas, Fort Worth, and the whole United States, of course, is ortho via vertical sims. So that's that. So I hope that answers your questions, Coffee. And my beautiful wife says, beautiful takeoff, my love. Thank you, baby. Of course, my baby's in the co-pilot seat today, as always. So, guys, we are making our way to Dallas, Fort Worth now. Flying time, once again, for your information, is 2 hours and 23 minutes, guys. We should be touching down on runway 13 right in Dallas, Fort Worth. So I just chose to use these two windows here in the cargo hold, which of course you don't see the cargo. You got this window on the other side, which we can go look at as well. And of course, this is the window we were just looking out of. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's see what those engines are doing. Looking nice, looking nice. Looking nice. All right. So, no traffic detected here. Autopilot looks like she's managing thrust, lateral navigation, as well as vertical navigation. Let's go ahead and increase this out here. All right, guys, we just passed transition. Okay, 29902. So we have both of our altimeters and the standard pressure. We didn't do anything with this one, so that one stayed in 29902. And we're just waiting to get to cruising altitude, and then we'll monitor our top of descent. You can see, like I said, here in the teal is our time in the air, 6 minutes and 55 seconds now. So I do like the fact that as soon as the pressure comes off the wheels, that the clock starts itself automatically. Which helps, you know, this struggling sim pilot here with no first officer on board. Let's check something here down on the lower panel here. Lighten up the panel a little bit. Make her look pretty. Let's do the same thing up top. looking for the bottom situation here for this panel down here. Doesn't seem to be lit up. And that might be part of the flood. Let's see. Okay, that's that. Figure out how to get that lower panel. Let's see what we got here. Let's see, thunderstorm on, instrument. Oh, and the pedestal. Okay, here we go. Should be for the pedestal there. I believe we're good to go. And we are at 26,000 feet. And there we go, man. That's what we're doing. All right. So once we get to our cruising altitude, we're going to go ahead and double check our fuel on board, our estimated fuel in Dallas-Fort Worth, just to make sure all our computations and our flight plan have successfully allowed us to have what we need to get to our destination, of course. Get another one of those. Boy, she is smoking up out of there, isn't she? Alright, so here basically at the waypoint Wild, we'll have our top of climb here. Will be all complete. See, we're already at 31,400 feet here and climbing. Check VATSIM. So right now, Dallas-Fort Worth or Fort Worth Center is on, but we don't know how long that's going to last, or if we'll get Albuquerque Center or something to come on. So for right now, guys, we are good for the traveling. So if you guys want to check VATSIM out, whatever monitoring software that you use, Volanta, SimKit, what is it, SimKit Pro Tool or whatever it's called. You'll be able to find UPS 318 riding up out of the west. Okay, less than 500 go to the top of our climb, so we can go ahead and increase this now as well. $200 to go. We got a pretty good ground speed here because of that jet stream with the tailwind. See those engines pulling back now, going into the cruise limits there. So we'll let that stabilize and figure out where she's going to pretty much hover around, so then we can check our progress and top of descent and estimated fuel on board for our departure, for our arrival. so that we don't get too complacent here. Then we'll put in our minimums, and then of course all that could change by the time we get there. Alright, so we're at about 0.81, we're now 0.82 Mach. And as you can see here, she's scheduled for 0.83 on the Mach, so. Okay, let's use this side for our progress. Okay, estimated fuel on board is 22,000 pounds, 22,800 pounds. According to the flight plan, our alternate needs 12,000 pounds of fuel to get to George Bush Intercontinental. We've got another contingency, 15 minutes of fuel, 4,109 pounds, which brings us up to about 6,100 something pounds there, close to. Our full reserve that we should have on board will be a total of 18,609 pounds. So this is only about 4,000 pounds off, and that's why I added that 2,000 pounds of fuel just to make sure. Let's go to our performance now, and we can see our top of descent is 921 nautical miles. Because we're not flying actual time, we backed it up a little bit so we can make sure we fly during the daytime hours. That'll be 2210. So if we come and look at the actual clock in here now, that's about an hour and 45 minutes until we start our top of descent. So an hour and 45 minutes, which in the real time would be roughly, let's see, 7:48, about 8:30ish Pacific time, which would be about 11:30ish East Coast time, or 10:30ish around, and it's a little bit past it. But that's just enough to get back if you're going to take a break. So that's when our top of descent will happen, man. So we are in a cruising status now. Let us most certainly clean up the Avi tab. And scenery right here, that's the transition off of the star. And then we'll be on to our route. Here's the plane here. Get it right to where the plane's at. Help you guys see it. It's right here. Cruise along. It's hard to see. It's a red plane. It's hard to see it, and I wish there was a way you could change the icon to something more dynamic. We'll get that there, so if we want to cruise and see where we're at, we'll be able to do so. Still hoping they get an Avi. I know there was an Avi tab mod for this in X-Plane 11, and there was a few different things that you had to do. I'm not brave enough to try it in X-Plane 12 with this, especially because everything is not 100% updated, like the lights and things of that nature. So during our ride, guys, from west to east, and we kind of go west, a little bit southwest, and then back to, you know, regular west there, but shouldn't have any weather. Once we get out of Los Angeles center airspace, for sure there's no weather to the north of us for a little bit, or at least not in anything of a threat to us anyhow. So it looks like we're gonna have a smooth ride with those with that tailwind from the jet stream there. Aviation Geek is in the house, man. What's up with your Aviation Geek, big dog? Thanks for checking in. Always a pleasure to have you and everybody on board. Oh, Sheezy. Drew Stone's in the house. What's up, my G? How was work, Drew? It's your third Monday, Drew. Tomorrow's the 4th, and then we get a Friday, man. Hope your day was well, my brother. All right, y'all. See another contrail off there in the skies. Be interesting to see if we pick them up on VATSIM. Juice systems, haha, you know it. How the 4th Mondays roll. You ain't lying, Drew. They come and they go, man. Seems like they come more than they go, though. They're always waiting on us, my G. They're always waiting on us. All right, enough of those shenanigans. And I like the texturing and everything on this aircraft so far. Not quite sure why this is floating in the air. Let's might be our seat position. Let's go to the first officer side and see if we see that float in the air. I'm not quite sure what that is. Oh, it's the headrest. Okay, because of how I don't like how close this is, so I got to kind of sit a little further back. But let's check something out here. That. Guess you can't open this up. This looks like it's like the timeout chair. Let's go sit in the timeout chair. Actually, it's a pretty cool view. I actually like this chair. I want to set up a view for that. So let's come here and let's choose 10. Add a camera to the end. We're going to choose 10. I totally like that seat. So that's going to be a little viewpoint for us. Let's come center ourselves here. I like to center myself in the view of the seat as a professional. There we go. So this is kind of how we would see it. Okay, there's the headrest. There we go. What a beautiful view there, guys. I like it. Save that camera and let's put XP realistic on this one here. Kind of give us some head movement there.
Camera is safe.
Then if we want to ride with the map on here, it's not going to even be an issue. There we go. Do something like this for our cruise. That way it gives us a nice little view here. I like it. What you guys think? This is where we'll be back here, snoozing, looking out the window. All right, I like it. like it. Guys, we're in cruise now, man. We got some miles to put behind us. 838 miles, 2209. And again, guys, if you come here to the progress page, 22,700 pounds of fuel, which is only 4,000 above our final reserve amount, so that's good. Essentially, we've added a little bit to our contingency fuel. With the aircraft with this weight in there, it's not a whole lot, to be honest with you. You know, in terms of extra fuel, something this heavy. So let's come to our new spot here. Alright, y'all. Anybody have anything special happen to them today? Anything they want to share with the group? Maybe? No? Feel free to do so. We got plenty of time to talk about it. Time is not an issue. But before we do forget, let me most certainly check out what our minimums are, even though this runway could change, but I doubt it will. I find more so than not, Dallas-Fort Worth is operating south. Okay, so our decision height is 791. We'll do barrow. Slide over a little bit so we can see what we're doing here. Get it from over here because this one doesn't have XP realistic on it. Believe it or not, if you do it this way versus just left click and hold, this way's faster. What did we say, 791? Alright, 791's in there. First officer side here, and we'll just leave his radio and we'll do our 791. I don't feel like moving that side as well. Well, that exciting, huh? You guys don't have anything to talk about, huh? What you guys eat for dinner? I had spaghetti that my lovely wife made with a nice big juicy salad, washing it down with some lemon water. That's what I had. What'd you guys have? Let me know, man. So smooth. way if I could optimize the sounds in here, but it is what it is. Okay, we're almost out of Los Angeles Center's airspace. Juicezone's Coffee Sorts, been a great stream so far. I gotta go though. See you in the next one. Alright, man. Coffee of Sorts. Appreciate you, my G. Be well, like Juicezone says, man. Thanks for flying with us, my G. Alright, guys. I'm gonna jump off camera here for a second. You guys continue to hold the plane. I'm going to refresh my drink and get a couple things in order. And I'll be back on camera shortly with you fine peeps. Thanks for flying along with your boy. All right, back on camera after a short break. Thank you guys for holding the cockpit down, and let's go ahead and give the aircraft a little bit of a health and comfort check here. Welcome to the stream, Zach Hamilton. Thanks for all your commentary. Guys, thanks for flying with your boy here on this Wednesday morning for some people around the world, depending on where you are at. We are in our McDonnell Douglas 11 Foxtrot, headed from Los Angeles International Airport. We departed on the dots 2 off of runway 25 left, and we are now on course expecting a, I believe it's the Boov 5 arrival with the geeky transition, looking for runway 13 right. Zach Hamilton says, happy to be here. That's what's up, my G, man. The more the merrier, right? The more the merrier. And if you guys didn't catch it earlier, okay, looks like we got some traffic out here. Should be a non-factor there. They are about 1,000 feet above us, which may be indicative of that they're heading opposite direction here, which it looks like they are, so we'll keep an eye out for them. However, if you guys didn't hear the news, FedEx and UPS have announced that they will discontinue use of the MD-11 in 2025. So it is our fiduciary and aviation responsibility to continue to fly this thing while it's still relevant. I'm gonna fly it after they retire it anyway, but still. It's always better when it's still in service, so you can really feel that immersion. So Drew and anybody else that's from back in the 70s like me, do you guys remember when you would get on a plane and it would be a big plane, you know, MD-11, DC-9, DC-10, and there was like half the plane full, but they would still fly it. I miss those days. I mean, we would be flying all types of different aircraft, but because they're worried about the price of gas and trying to increase their net profits, you know, and reduce their operating costs, we got to fly on 737s and basically Airbuses. Unless you're going farther, then, you know, let's say like, you know, 5-hour flight, 6-hour flight, then you're going to be on maybe a 777, A330, A350, Dreamliner. But imagine how interesting it would have been back then if the flight simulation world was as evolved as it is now. Of course, technology has come a long way too, because I remember when Flight Sim started, man, it was just, it didn't even have a cockpit, man. It just had the basically your avionics on the screen and a, you know, artificial horizon, if you will, and that's how you flew, if you guys can remember that. And Drew Stone says she sure does remember that. Yes, sir. Zach says, yep, read that today. I live in an hour away east of UPS World Port in Louisville. Depends on the cloud cover, but usually see them lined up at night coming in. It's crazy to watch. Nice. I bet you that's awesome, Zach. Thank you for sharing that, my G. I bet you that's a sight to see right there, man. Yeah, but like a little tear came out when I read it. It was like, bing, bing. I mean, they're retiring some of the ones I love to fly. Even the Q400, which you guys know I love flying that aircraft, man. Alaska finally retired. It's still being used in other parts of the world. I even think that I don't know if that's true. I don't think it is. I think that's it'd be nice if they used them for feeder FedEx aircraft, but I know there's still, the Q400 is still flown in multiple parts of the world, so I'm not tripping on that. But yeah, man, as we get older, the aircraft are getting more efficient. Gas went up, so we're starting to see less and less variety of actually what's flown from domestic routes. International routes is really not an issue. You can pretty much fly out of big boys. I am excited to get the A380 and Microsoft Flight Simulator, which I'll be doing a stream on that soon enough. I just gotta wait a little bit. I got a lot of money invested in X-Plane, so having to invest money in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2 is like, But my very first flight sim was Microsoft Flight Simulator 95. Yes, sir. I remember that. I remember that back in the day. Yes, sir, because it was 95, 98, 02, 04, 2009, and FSX, and then now Microsoft Flight Simulator. So I do absolutely remember that, Zach. And how time flies, man. How time flies. 1995, just to give you a little insight, that's the year I joined the Army. Valentine's Day in 1995, I joined the United States Army. Boom! Yep. Another little fun fact, my dad, who was career Army, joined the Army Valentine's Day in 1972. I joined Valentine's Day in 1995, so we both have our same swear-in date to the Army. Zach says, thank you for your service. Hey, appreciate it. No problem. You know, defending freedom is what I do. Not anymore. I just defend freedom around the house and in the skies. That's it. Or if I'm on DCS or something like that. But I appreciate you saying that, Zach. 100. Thank you guys for riding along. Let's take a look at our top of descent information now. Not bad. It's, you know, about an hour and a half to top of descent. Let's verify that. Here in the sim, we've altered the time. So in the sim, it's 22:06 Zulu is when our top of descent is scheduled for, which I'm assuming is about an hour and a half. So let's check that with the time in the sim. So 22:06. Yep, so it's about right because it's getting ready to be 21. So less than, it's about an hour and 16 minutes, guys, until we start our top of descent. So we are most certainly making it happen. Let's get a little left wing look here. Let me grab 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen. Looks like we're kind of like in a sweet spot between the clouds. We got a little bit of cloud cover above us and a lot of clouds below us. No turbulence right now, so right now everything is lovely. I'm kind of upset. We saw the cargo load up, but then we took off. The cargo didn't it didn't stay in here. I mean, this thing was all filling up and saw the cargo coming in, so I don't know what's up with that. But it is what it is. Let's check this window out here. Zach says, waiting on that DC and KC-10 on Microsoft Flight Simulator. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think the first 2 planes, because I already have Microsoft Flight Simulator, the top of the line one, the professional, or not the, or whatever the top one is, and I just don't have any payware aircraft in there yet. I'm gonna probably get the 737 because it's used so much, and I know the Airbus in there is pretty much like the Zebo here in X-Plane, and I definitely, all eyes and ears are open for the A330. Definitely looking forward to that one, y'all. For sure, man. And, you know, I was trying to find a reason the other day to buy some payware aircraft because I do miss flying my general aviation aircraft. I still have my X-Plane 11 on my old system, so I'm thinking about at some point rolling the old system in here and doing an X-Plane 11 stream, just because it's got a bunch of the aircraft that I love to fly that are not here, like the Beechcraft 1900 Delta, the Pilatus PC-12, which I'm missing, as well as a few other aircraft, man. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like, I love X-Plane 12 and Microsoft Flight Simulator, but I am missing some of the other aircraft that I fly. Turboprops, you know, to be specific. I usually get my fill of turboprops if I fly the Q8 400, but we'll see how long that lasts out, man. So hopefully Carenado gets some of the other aircraft ready for X-Plane 12. You know, I would imagine that they would if they want to make some money, because there's certain of those aircraft that I would be willing to pay for again, even if they, you know, charge the fee for it. So for sure. And Albuquerque Center has came on. 1328. evening, Albuquerque Center, UPS 318 Heavy, flight level 350. Maybe they're...
UPS 318 Heavy, Albuquerque Center, Roger, squawk 1063.
1063 in the box, UPS 318 Heavy. 1603. There we go, 1603.
Center, American 968, 1.6 for 8,000, Route 1 departure. Albuquerque Center, 968, radar contact, climate maintain, flight level 210. Flight level 210, American 968. Center, Delta 1217, going around. Delta 1217, roger, turn 30 degrees to the right and climb and maintain 5,000. 30 degrees to the right, climb and up to 5,000, Delta 1217. Spirit Center, Delta 415, wind 040,000, runway 26, clear to land. Clear to land to 6, Spirit 12, any context. Delta 415 passes through, 11 left up. Delta 415 Albuquerque Center, roger, when able, say approach request. That's 12 seconds. That was for Delta 415, when able, say approach request. Opening coming in on runway 26, we're going to be on the equal 6 with the Gulf uniform Hump transition. Delta 415, roger, you can expect the ILS runway 26.
So our plane is right here. So right up in here in the corner, we're just kind of watching.
17, climb and maintain 5,000.
You can see pretty soon we'll be entering the wonderful state of Texas there. There's Kelp, or the El Paso area. And this, guys, if you're pilot edge users, this is basically the most southeastern territory that they're able to cover with their scopes and pilot edge. So often the times I fly there. It'd be nice if they would continue to do an expansion, but I know they have to configure all of the airports for ATC, which go ahead and do that.
Delta 415, your radar contact.
But I do love my VATSIM more so than pilot edge, I would say. So if they don't, good thing we got this free VATSIM. I remember when I first got on VATSIM, must have been late 90s, early 2000s, where I didn't even have my computer couldn't even handle a microphone, or I didn't have one or something like that. But I remember typing, you would have to type the stuff to the controller, much like they do now if they don't have a microphone. And there was no pilot edge, it was just VATSIM, and I was amazed at the fact that VATSIM was free. I just couldn't believe it. And I've always respected how strict they are on VATSIM as far as no shenanigans, try and keep the realism type thing. I definitely have always appreciated that. All right, AMGD Salem says hello. What is good with you? Happy Wednesday.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful night.
That's the... What's that, Drew? 1063? Oh, 106.3, the squawk code. Thank you, brother. I thought that was a radio station, 106.3. I'm like, oh man, I'm about to tune in. But it's the squawk code. Thank you, Drew. That's what I'm saying. My man Drew is always on helping a brother out. We need all the help we can get.
Good evening.
Oh, 1603.
Your radar contact over the San Simon VOR maintain, or San Simon VOR maintain flight level 350.
Okay, we'll maintain flight level 350, UPS 318. Alright, I think we had it right, Drew, because he just gave us radar contact.
Delta 415 at Jaggle, you're cleared.
Let's see what we put in.
6 approach.
Yeah, it was 1603, and you put 10. Yep, it's yeah, 1603 is correct.
Delta 1217.
He radar contacted us, but I often transpose it too, Drew. Trust me, there's been plenty of times. But we just got radar contact. Continue flying flight level 350.
Roger, LS 26 Delta 1217. American 96.
Unless he forgot what he told us.
Any chance we can stop at 350 for the climb tonight?
It could be 1063, but he still radar contact to 1603, so either he was nice and changed it for us, or we should have put another one.
Yeah, we updated that, thank you.
We'll stay with that for now. Alright, it's kind of loud back there. Okay guys, we are direct to Echo Whiskey Mike.
November 0 Yankee Kilo, descended pilot's discretion, maintain flight level 190.
Flight level 190, at pilot's discretion. We'll just go ahead and maintain flight level 190.
Okay, we're still getting a tailwind. Of course, the aircraft is having to make concessions on the thrust. You can see it's fluctuating back and forth because we're getting those winds at 108 knots out of the west. And we're traveling east, so we're getting a nice push. So you can see them throttling back and then throttling up a little bit just to keep our speed constant here at Mach 0.83. But we're cooking, guys. 545 knots over the ground, which we're really traveling about 600. Let's do the math. 544. I'm going to show you guys how to calculate your knots for your actual miles per hour and ground speed. The knots, if it's in knots, 544, you're going to multiply the knots by 1.150. So we're doing 625 miles per hour over the ground. If you take 544 and multiply it by 1.150, it'll give you your speed in knots. So that means if we're landing at, let's say, like 150 knots, we're usually traveling about 172 miles per hour. Another wonderful aviation formula you can do if you want to figure out how many miles per hour that you're traveling.
Albuquerque Center, roger.
Alright, y'all, so who else has got some good aviation news for us? Anybody? Any other thing coming out in the sims that I don't know about, haven't mentioned? Is there anybody in here that plays DCS, ATS? Obviously, there's some Microsoft Flight Simulator or X-Plane 12. Let's talk about it, man. Let me know. Let me know what's cracking.
Delta 1217, turn right heading 150. Right heading 150, Delta 1217.
Albuquerque, for planning purposes, which runway can we set up for in Albuquerque?
Alright, guys, we're an hour into the flight.
Albuquerque is 280 at 11, gusting 20, so your choice.
Again, total flying time was an hour and 23 minutes, so we probably have about 40 minutes till our top of drop.
Is the wind favoring runway 21, or is it favoring?
So we've got about a total of an hour and 15 minutes to go or so.
21 or 6.
Roger that. Any chance we can get the RNAV Yankee runway 21?
November 0 Yankee Kilo, you can expect the RNAV Yankee 21.
Roger, thank you.
Albuquerque Center,
Let's check the winds
Charlie Papa,
in
12,000 climbing 140,050
Dallas,
miles
Fort
to
Worth.
the southwest, St. John's VR, I'd like to pick up on the car. November 646 Charlie Papa Albuquerque Center, Roger, squawk 4373.
Okay, so the winds are 17014, gusting 21, and the temperature is 24 degrees Celsius with the 17-degree dew point. Altimeter is 299.2. Hey, we won't even be tripping on the transition altitude because it'll be the same thing that we're in standard pressure now. We have some broken clouds at flight level 250, and it is 10 static miles, good visibility there. So, guys, we're doing good there as far as keeping our same approach in, and then we'll see if the ATIS is on once we get there, just to re-verify that 13 right and or 13 left is available for this cargo ramps. So there you go. There you go.
November 646 Charlie Papa, your radar contact.
Maybe it's Wednesday, maybe Thursday or Friday. So tomorrow, Friday, I think about doing the Airbus A350. Maybe we'll go from like Princess Juliana to Minneapolis or something like that. I got a Delta livery for it, so we'll see. And that one, maybe we'll fly it at night. We'll do real time on that one whenever I do go wheels up on that. So keep an eye out for that, guys. Potentially happening tomorrow or Friday.
Right heading 230, intercept the runway 26 localizer. Heading 230 and intercept 26 localizer. That's 1217.
Alright, back to our jump seat. Again, let's get you guys a little bit better view there. Don't forget, guys, this is a little jump seat we're in here. Nice view of the cockpit from back here. Good looking aircraft, I swear. Look at all those circuit breakers up there, man. When I was in the military, I was always amazed at the amount of wiring that goes in to tanks and trucks, and never really messed with, never worked on anything aviation-wise in the military, but plenty of tanks, Bradleys, M113s, Hemmets, Humvees, all that, and the wiring of those things is crazy.
Delta 1217, you're 3 miles from Prune, maintain 3000 until established, cleared ILS, runway 26. Maintain 3000 until established, cleared ILS, runway 26, push.
All right, you guys are well behaved today, man. We already have our minimums put in. We've already got a good plan. If Fort Worth is on, of course, we'll get vectored onto the ILS. So hopefully they stay on. Alright, it's Toon Blast time.
November 646 Charlie Papa, the Sholo altimeter is A007. I'm not sure if I actually gave you a full clearance, but you're cleared to the gateway.
I I got like a shooting game. Spawning Simon's in the house. He says, what it do, Dre? What's up, room? What's up, Spawning Simon, man? How was your day, my G? What you got cracking? Any news? See here, guys, we're playing the old Toon Blast here.
November 646 Charlie Papa, repackage correct.
I've been Toon Blasting for a minute. I'm at level 3,719. You guys can see that. I don't know if you can.
I'd like to request the,
This is what you call a waiting room game.
right, we have weather at Gateway. November 6 Charlie Papa, roger, you can expect that.
You know, the pilot's got to stay busy since you guys are being quiet. Spawning Simon says nothing, just chilling in the back of the class, bro. Hey, no doubt. Get your chill on, my G. Get your chill on. Nothing like chilling in the back of the class. Alright guys, look at that overlay up there. The red progress line is right at the Dre Sanchez YouTube plane. So guess what? We are halfway through the flight, man. You guys are being champs, riding with your boy. You guys are doing so good. I want you to take Christmas off. And New Year's Eve. Take it off. Don't go to work. On me. So no work on Christmas and no work on New Year's Eve, okay? You're welcome.
Descendant pilot's discretion now, maintain 10,000.
You guys didn't know I was that generous, did you?
It's 1217, you can taxi the parking, have a good night. I'm taxi the parking, Delta 1217, thank you very much.
All right. Drew Stone says, I'm going to make sure I send you that invoice, Dre. You going to invoice me on it, Drew? Send the invoice, man. All I'm going to do is send it to HD simulation. He'll probably send it to green light. Get it over to Shaq. It's just going to recirculate around, man. So you might see that invoice on other channels there, Drew. You crazy, man? So far, so good here. I think the next time I fly this or stream this aircraft anyway, we'll do, you know, real time. I want to see what this thing looks like at night. Especially because, again, in the X-Plane 12 update, for us to be able to get as far as we have with this aircraft, the lights show at night but not at the daytime. So that's kind of one of my pet peeves. You'll see as we're running the replay, the lights are on but you can't really see them. but it's not a deal breaker, you know what I'm saying? Zach Hamilton says stepped away back for a little while. Hey, no doubt, man. Well, we're over halfway through the flight, Zach, so hopefully here in the next 20, 25, 30 minutes we'll be starting our top of descent, my G, so we can get it on in. All right, y'all. We did it. Toon Blast winnings. We did it. Oh, man. Leo's going up. I did not know that. My G Leo's back at him. What's he doing, True Stone? Is he doing Microsoft Flight Simulator? Man, good for him. Good for him. I ain't heard from my man in a hot minute. It's gonna be good. He's getting back in the game, baby. That's a good sign, man.
November 520 Yankee Kilo Cross Foxter at 10,000 cleared hard into Yankee runway 21 approach Albuquerque.
Roger, we'll cross Foxer at 10,10,000 and we're clear for the RNAV Yankee approach runway 21.
Do you see? Oh, I see him right here. Okay, he's doing Flight Simulator 737NG. My man is gonna be back in action, y'all. My man is Alright, so y'all gonna go be checking out Leo Sticks 86, who's been off the scene there for a minute. He's gonna be going up in Microsoft Flight Simulator coming up here soon.
Squawk 7414.
7414.
So that's good to see. That is good to see. Simon Simmons, good old Leo. Hope he's good and stays that way. Yeah, me too, Spawn and Simon. And for sure, y'all jump over when he goes live and show my man some love. It's been a hot minute since he's been streaming, so yeah, show my man some love, man, and go check him out. It looks like he'll be live in 10 minutes, like Drew said. Yeah, scheduled. Yeah, for 8 p.m. West Coast, or that would be 11 p.m. on the East Coast. I had to do my math, carry my one, subtract, do all that, man, figure out what was cracking.
Albuquerque Center, good evening. American 3103 is with you. Altitude is 290, descending via Molly 5 into El Paso.
SkyWest 3103 Albuquerque Center, roger.
Alright, here's our aircraft here. So there's Odessa, Midlands, Texas, San Angelo, Abilene, which is cool because on American Truck Simulator I have Texas DLC. I haven't explored it all. I've been a few different places, Corpus Christi, San Antonio, and in real life been there before, but as far as American Truck Simulators go, I still got a lot of Texas to explore. So it's cool also seeing it on the sim. So we might have to do another X-Plane 12 meets American Truck Simulator again for y'all.
SkyWest 3103, descend via Molly 5. El Paso landing west, the El Paso altimeter 29906.
Alright, let's see where we are on the VATSIM scope. Still in Albuquerque Center, and Fort Worth Center is still on, so hopefully it stays that way. There's also Houston Center's on as well.
22 planned down.
And George Bush Intercontinental is actually our alternate down there in Houston, so just northeast of El Paso airport there.
I'm sorry, you're a little low on my end. Can you say that again?
Yeah, he's not low. So before we get too complacent, let's go ahead and start checking some of our waypoints on the arrival. Okay, first notable one will be Guilt between 300 and 240 at 290.
November 646 Charlie Papa, descended pilot's discretion, maintain 10,000. Maintain 10,000, short month. November 6 Charlie Papa,
290 at 270.
3000.
Alright. Then we have Darb. Slide this up. Then we've got Darb 290 at 21,500, which is perfect. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Then after Darb, we've got Shemp 280 at 16, which is perfect. Curly between 15 and 3, we got it at 14 and 2. Curly's got 280, but this has got 270. Probably because of the distance there, so that'd be fine. We shouldn't get dinged on that. Mao's at 260, 12,000, and then
November 520 Yankee Kilo.
Delmo is 220 at 11, which it should be at 12. So let's make some changes here. Simp was 280 at 16. I liked it. Let's make these changes here. Okay, I believe Curly was off a little bit. Let's see, Simp 280, 14. Curly is at 280. It's supposed to be 280 here. Is still fine. Mo is supposed to be 260. Mo 260 at 12 is fine.
Midwest 2234 Albuquerque Center, Roger, welcome.
And then Del Amos 210 at 12. There we go. Now that's copacetic. We got Mo 13 and 12 and Del Amos. So between Curly, which is going to be at 14, and Mo, we should change Mo to 13. So let's do 260 at 13. Just to give the aircraft less of a angle of descent. There we go. 16, 14, 13, 12. And of course at Lurie it is whatever it is. So we'll definitely hit here 210 at 12 at Delmo. And we'll be expecting to pick up our initial approach fix. Which should be Maury.
November 646 Charlie Papa, you're cleared direct on go.
So we'll definitely keep an eye on that. Okay, top of drop, 299 nautical miles, guys, so we are most certainly reeling it in. Con.
I think I may have blocked you, but you're clear direct to Go.
Okay, we just passed Con. We're direct to Inc. now. You can see right up by Snuggle, that's our indicated or estimated top and drop there.
November 5208, Kilo, you can taxi to parking. Have a good night.
And Keone Anthony says you're going to do replays of your landing. Yes, sir, that's the plan. That is the plan. Landing replays should be in full effect, Keone. For sure, for sure. I love my replays. If you've watched any videos on my channel, good, bad, and ugly, I do my replays when I can. Thank you for asking that, and I hope your day was well, my G. Hope you're well. Hope your day was well, my G.
Who's calling in Havasu? And if you're calling from Havasu, that's actually in...
You fly, I don't do a virtual airline for UPS. I used to do a bunch of virtual airlines, but it just turned out to be a little extra work. I might get back into virtual airlines, though. I think Leo was one of them. I think he was doing UPS virtual or something like that. Who's about to stream, in case you guys didn't know. So here in the next minute or so, minute or 2 minutes, check his channel out, LeoSticks86. Look him up on YouTube. Go over and show him some love as well. Tell him Dre sent you. If you wasn't already going to go over there. Get back here and see what's going on this wing. Kenna says I can only do one. I only fly UPS virtual. I'm head of Ontario. Okay, Ontario, Canada or Ontario, California? Thank you, Drew. Drew just dropped the link in there, y'all, for Leo's channel there. Going to show my man some love. California, okay, Ontario, California.
UPS 318 Center.
Go ahead for UPS 318 Heavy.
318 Heavy, you're in Fort Worth Center now, 135.17.
Fort Worth Center, 35.17. Thanks for ATC. See you next time, UPS 318 Heavy. Alright, guys. 35.17.
Kilo, we are shut down.
Copy.
Center American 127 Heavy. Any chance once you get me on the 7C, nightmare that I can get direct roaming? American 127, I apologize. Approved as requested. Approved. No worries. 127 Heavy, thanks. American 119 radar contact. Come on, maintain flight level 290.
Maintain 290, sorry about that. I've never forgot that before.
Good evening, Fort Worth Center, UPS 318 Heavy, flight level 350.
UPS 318 Heavy, Fort Worth Center, welcome aboard.
Alright, there we go. Yeah, Keone, I've flown out of Ontario, California plenty of times. Do you live in the Inland Empire as well? I used to live there. I now live north of the Grapevine, but I used to, this year even, just sold a house there in the Inland Empire, so that's my old stomping ground, man. Ontario. Used to hit that Ontario Mills Mall.
Forward Center, entry flight 618, on final, 31 left. 13 left.
Oh, okay, he says he's in Texas, but he's from Maui, Hawaii. That's what's up, man. Well, I'm coming to see you in Texas, homie. True story, when I was in the Army, I came down on orders to get stationed at Schofield Barracks, 25th Infantry Division in Hawaii, but then I ended up going to Colorado Springs. Zach Hamilton says, unfortunately, man, gotta head off to bed for work in the morning. Best of luck on the landing. Hey, appreciate you, Zach. Thanks for your commentary, man, and you can check the landing out in the replay, homie. Have a good day at work tomorrow and a great night of sleep, my G. Big up to you. What part of Hawaii are you referring to, or Southern California? Oh, Texas that you're going. We're going to Dallas, Fort Worth. Spotted Summit says, hey Dre, I finally got my Tulsa A321 paint jobs to show up. Turns out I was using corrupted image files. Oh, okay, got you, Spawn and Salmon. Yeah, that happens sometimes, man. Like, either an update will happen and the old liveries don't work, but I'm glad you got your liveries working, because it always bugs you when you can't get something to work that you want desperately to work that should work. Real for real, so I'm happy that happened.
Heading 150, clear for takeoff, 17 right, 5 Victor Bravo.
Alright. You guys see it looks dry down there. Well, California, we can send y'all plenty of moisture. We've been getting hammered over here. Danny Anthony says that he lives 4 hours away. He's in San Antonio. Spawn and Simon says, me too, bro. That's what's up, Keone. Yeah, 4 hours away. Like I said, I've been in San Antonio. Corpus Christi area. They got Fort Sam Houston down there in San Antonio. I was going to do some training there before, but never did when I was in the Army. But I got a lot of friends that went there.
Center, good evening. November Tango 2 Romeo.
That's right. Cloud wall is done. Cloud wall is done. Alright, let's check the meta again there. Let me see. Okay, we still don't have any meta in Dallas Fort Worth, so we'll just be checking it.
618, vacating left, up 13 left.
On the good old
618, taxi to the Ramsey at Mike 3, Mike Echo Whiskey.
Okay, guys.
Mike 3, Mike.
Altimeter there is 299.4 now. Winds are still out of the south at 10 knots. And 10 static miles of visibility. Temperature is 23 degrees Celsius, 17 degrees with the dew point. Celsius, that is, centigrade. And 299.4 in that altimeter. So that's what's up. So good thing is we should still be able to get 13 right. We should still be able to get it.
Fort Worth Control, Interflight 618, we vacated left, going to the GA ramp.
So the weather conditions there are looking good. Again, broken clouds at 2,000 or 25,000. 10 static miles. Yeah, weather's looking good, guys. I'm satisfied with that weather report. Alright guys, we are working it in. Every day, all day.
Forward Center, American 1844, is it okay if I go to 380? American 1844, Roger, coming to follow 380. 380, okay, American 1844. What's the Victor Bravo, run contact, coming to 11,000, DFW, altimeter 2994. D30, altitude, flighting 310. Walker 2969, airport, it's going to be at your 12 to 1 o'clock, 16 miles. Airfield inside, Walker 2969. 2969, confirm your setup for 17 center, correct? I just came on. Roger, 17 center, for 2969. Clear approach 17 center, the wind 17010, runway 17 center, confirmed in. Clear to land and visual, Walker 2969. 668, 17 right, light point.
Alright, back on board.
American 79, are you up? Good evening, I got 39 right you, flight number 240.
Okay, 210 nautical miles to top and drop, baby.
2385, I got 79. Over Tango, Zulu Romeo, Squawk 2240. Squawk 2240, November Tango, Zulu Romeo. 515, Victor Bravo, you clear direct to Sawmill, Sierra Whiskey Bravo.
Okay, we still got 34,000 pounds on board. And we are expecting.
Barry 2 arrival, landing south tonight, altimeter 2994. Descend to the Barry 2 arrival.
23,000 pounds of fuel on board, which is still copacetic.
Tango Zulu, Romeo, you're in contact. We'll call it 80 southwest of Hot Springs 430. Send me the Seaver 4 arrival, forward altimeter 2994.
Descend via the Seaver 4 arrival. November Tango 0, Romeo.
30 Alpha Sierra, turn left heading 260. UPS 318, are you up?
UPS 318, go ahead, center.
Just confirm you're going to Fort Worth, right? Your flight plan has some weird stuff in it. You are going to Fort Worth?
Yeah, roger that. We're going into Fort Worth with, we've got Geeky Transition on the booth star there.
Thanks, sure, thanks.
No problem.
3668, W, 30 more seconds. 40, proceed direct crime. And that was 3668 to copy, 30 more seconds.
Alright, so he's just checking it. I don't know why our flight plan. Let me check VATSIM, see what it says on our flight plan.
And aircraft stand with our cost, stand by just 1 second. 666. Runway 668, the wind is 17010, RNAV T-Rex, runway 17 right, takeoff.
Yeah, if you guys check this flight, UPS 318 on VATSIM, DOTS 2, Scenery, BLH, J169, he must be getting it funny because even on VATSIM, it's got the right route. We got Geeky and the Booth 6, even though we've got the Booth 5 on board for whatever reason.
230 officer, turn left heading 200, report 11 site. It'll be at your 10 o'clock and 9 miles.
And you know what? I think those altitudes were a little bit off just because it's not the Booth 5, it's the Booth 6. It makes sense now.
30 officer to 17-4000.
Let's see. Yeah, see, it's the Booth 6, but on board we had the Booth 5, but everything else lines up. So we're good to go. Let's check Booth 280 between 19 and 7. I don't think I checked 19 and 7.
Yeah, did we put the wrong thing in the flight plan?
Runway 668, Fort Worth, you're in contact, maintain 17,000.
Yeah, 280 and 18,000. That's between 19 and 7. That's good. At 280.
230 Alpha Sierra, the field now at your 10 o'clock, 8 miles.
Yeah, we have the Romeo side, over to the 200.
30 Alpha Sierra, turn left heading 160, coverage approach, runway 13 left.
160, 13 left. Center, Southwest 2721, about 30 miles to the north of the Echo Lima Delta VOR of 400.
2721 forward, hello.
Oh, it's American 2223 Heavy with you.
Copy of source says he made it back in time. Yes, sir. We're going to be starting our descent. Not that much longer from now, my G.
17010, gas 18, runway 13 left there, to 2 land.
Drew Stone says, welcome back. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Forward Center, Victor Bravo. Did you clear me to 11,000 yet? I'm at 11,000, the altimeter 2994. Got it. I didn't know if that was for me or them. I appreciate you. Thanks. Take a hotel Papa 4 with you at 25 and we'd like a flight forward to times 206.
So I'm hoping he's going to vector us eventually once we get close enough there.
Sure, what was the call sign? Take a hotel Papa 4.
So that we do an actual, more than likely it'll be a right downwind. So we're going to do a right pattern, I'm assuming, coming on this way, but you never know.
Control forward. American 119, contact Houston 134542.
Let's see what we got on that top of drop. 159 nautical miles. Okay. Let's go check our jump seat here again. green light is in the house. Hey, Green, you see Leo's streaming, man? Big up to you, Green Light, y'all. Green, your man Leo is actually streaming. My man is back in action. I don't know. Have you talked to him, Green? In case you guys didn't know, my man Green Light Auto Brokers is an in real life pilot who enjoys Sims as well. Personal friend of mine. So big up to Green Light, man. Green has actually flown over in a Diamond 40 to see me. I picked him up in Southern California. We had lunch, guys. So Green is the real deal, y'all. So big up to Green Light. Wealth of knowledge and entrepreneur and just general straight up G. You know, definitely gold member, platinum member of the Boom Boom Room.
Keep disconnecting, reconnecting with cross 17 right.
Along with Drew Stone. Green Light, the GOAT. He texted me earlier, watching now. Okay, that's a bet. That's a bet. Nice. Green Light, how you like the MD-11, Dre? That sexy thing. Green, I love it. You know, like any of the McDonnell Douglas, it's a little quirky. I find this funny because it's a mix between Boeing and Airbus as far as how the CDU works or the FMC. But I love her. She flies nice, man. She's a big gal. She's a big girl. Just the way you like them, Green. And we should be getting our descent instructions on the Booth 6 here shortly.
Yeah, for the center, we're going to pop off to there toward so on. Patient service and everything. Who was it? Hotel Papa 4.
When you have time, let's link up and show me the MD-11. I'm just getting home now. Okay, yeah, roger that, Green. Yeah, we can for sure run it on Discord, my G. We'll get in here and do a flight, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Gonna be MD-11 all the way, my G. Then we'll do a group flight in these, man. See a couple of them bad boys coming in. Yes, sir. All right, guys, 118 nautical miles. I think after this song we'll go ahead and shut the music off, man, and start looking over everything and getting ready for our arrival in the Dallas-Fort Worth, y'all. Hour and 43 minutes of flying time, so we got just a little bit to go. That's tight how even they got the wiring. Look at this. The detail of the wiring even underneath the glare shield panel and how it runs across. Even with the little zip strip they got right here. The little wire clamp. Very good detail on this bad boy. Very good detail on this bad boy. And we should be getting our descent clearance here in a second for the Boof 6, guys. Alright guys, music is off in anticipation of our arrival into the Fort Worth area. We've got 97 nautical miles to go. First altitude restriction is, let's get back into a different view now and get this avi-tab kind of a little bit higher up here.
And we also got the altimeter for Fort Worth 29904. Thanks, sir, Bridget.
Right, there we go.
Yes, 318, descend via the Boof 6 arrival, Fort Worth altimeter 2994.
Descend via the Boof 6 arrival altimeter 2994, UPS 318 heavy. Alright, so let's look now at our bottom altitude on our arrival, which is 12,000. Now that we have been clearanced to get that, we can go ahead and... Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, 12,000. Got 12,000 down. Our target altitude. We got our barometric pressure, or I'm sorry, our minimums in baro versus radial at 791 feet. Let's check that on the chart here just to reaffirm everything. And 791 feet. Altimeter should be 109.5 with a final approach course of 135. Let's see if we're close enough for our nav radio to go ahead and accept that. It's not quite in there yet, but as we start on our descent, if it's not in there, we could just simply put it in here and it will do what it needs to do. So we'll go back to the perf here to observe our top of descent and make sure that the aircraft does so once we get there. We do have our target altitude set here at 12,000. Alright, another thing to pay attention to, guys, is the runway length. Runway length is 9,300 feet, so as we come in, he could also give us 18 right, which is longer, but we'll try the 13s. We'll see what runway he gives us. We could also do 18 right here for sure.
Santa Clara 79, do you have an expected runway for the Fort Worth? Yep, I have visual approach 1700. So, just can I be repeat for 179? Yeah, that's going to cost you extra money now. Visual approach 1700. 17 Santa Clara 79.
All right, we're getting ready to. Alberto D's in the house. Yo, what's up, my G? You staying dry down there, man? Has the rain already passed LA? You good? Let's see here if they've got the ATIS up. Dallas Fort Worth ATIS is up 23,775. So let's put that in. 23,775. Let's switch that over and let's turn it on.
For DFW Airport for further information, contact flight service station frequency. Bird activity vicinity airport. Dallas Fort Worth International Airport arrival departure information Mike 0253 Zulu. Wet 180 at 10 visibility 10 ceiling 25,000 broken temperature 232.17 altimeter 299 4. Simultaneous visual approach to runway 17. Landing runway 17 center expect land and hold short operations taxiway Bravo 10460 feet avail. Landing runway 18 right expect land and hold short operations taxiway Bravo 10100 feet AVL. Notices to air mission.
Nope, you're close. So what we have here is
Runway 13 west closed. Runway 13 right closed.
Oh, sorry,
Runway 17 left.
If that's possible.
Okay, so we got a plan for 1-8, guys. So we got 45 minutes to top a drop. Let's go ahead and plan for runway 18. So let's go ahead and double check to see where we are direct right now. Let's see, we are direct to Snuggle. Okay, we're direct to Snuggle. So let's put this thing in the heading mode here.
Yes, we are.
1199 RDM T-Rex, the wind 1701018 left, clear for takeoff.
RDM T-Rex 18 left, clear for takeoff, American 1199.
Alpha Bravo Delta 666, to maintain 8,000. 8,000, 666 heading.
And now we're in the heading mode. So 18 right is what we're going to request. Let's go back and let me see if I can go here and see if it gives us. There we go. Bar is boom boom boom. Let's do 18 right. 18 right. Selected 18 right. Let's see what the trans is on it. Okay, let's insert that. Let's make sure we still have Snuggle. Okay. So we just changed our runway. Okay, let's make sure we stay direct to Snuggle.
Alpha Bravo Delta 666.
There we go. So we're still direct to Snuggle.
Speed 210, correction 180.
Okay, so we got that changed over, guys.
180, 666.
So let's go down and check. Make sure after our discontinuity. Okay, from Ickle. So now, guys, let's go ahead and get rid of this. And let's come back here. We got 14 nautical miles, so we're still doing good. Approach 18 right now. Let's see, ILS or localizer 18 right. And the minimums, of course, are 607. No, I'm sorry, 807. And Ickle, there's the initial fix. So we got Ickle, Johan, 111.9 with final approach course of 176. Runway 13 right and 13 left are closed, so we got that all situated there. So let's make sure we've got our 12,000 in there. That's still held. Everything is good. Altimeter is 29904. Okay, we got top and drop in 6 nautical miles, guys. Keep that like that for now. And we got to make sure that we get the top and drop when we're supposed to. That's one thing you always want to make sure on these aircraft, that you get it when you're supposed to.
Forward for flight 135. Yes, sir. How can I help you?
Yes, sir. I'm here on the ground at Fort Worth at corporate requesting IFR clearance, sir.
Let's make sure we get our top and drop going here. Okay. Top and drop happened. So we are vacating flight level 350 on our way down.
Bravo Delta 666 again. Why did you make the turn?
I was proceeding towards Ponce on 17.
Okay, everything is looking good there.
What heading do you want me to turn?
One that's on the chart.
Yeah.
You can't come into big airports without charts, man. You know the rules. Uploading 030 vectors for traffic and the
My man said, you know the rules.
Delta 666, my apologies.
We're taking us to the Romeo turn.
Alberto D says that, hey man, I'm trying to stay dry, and nope, this rain is relentless, bro. I hear you, man.
2-3 miles.
This rain has been straight up gangster.
Turn left heading, I'm so sorry, 210.
Okay, guys, we are on our way down.
Report the airport in sight, 10 o'clock, 2-3 miles.
Let's go ahead and go to our takeoff and approach. We are going to be on our approach speed of 158. We will be doing flaps 35, and it's a pretty long runway, so we'll put the landing on medium. Let's see exactly how long the runway is there. 13,000 feet, perfect. And we'll exit stage right. And again, minimums are 807.
Airport 135 cleared to Tampa, March 3, later transition as filed.
So not far off from this, so we'll just put it in there. Okay, 807 is in. Let's make sure the first officer side can keep the radar altimeter of 200. 607 is touchdown, 807 is up, so it's literally the same thing. Again, guys, if you understand how to use the radio and barrel, then that'll make sense to you. Okay, in the meantime, let's go ahead and arm our auto brakes there, our auto spoilers. Auto spoilers are up and armed.
Inside for Tango Zulu Romeo.
Alpha Bravo 666, flying 350.
Heading 350, 666.
Is Romeo at the airport in sight?
Airport in sight, Tango Zulu Romeo.
Romeo covers approach 17 center.
Clear visual 17 center, Tango Zulu Romeo.
Bravo Delta 666, 17, 5,000.
5,000, 666.
And now let me know, you still have that traffic in sight at your 10 o'clock.
We've got information, Mike.
Same on 1. Actually, correction, I have him in sight, sir.
Alpha Bravo Delta 666, follow the citation, cleared visual approach, runway 17 center.
Follow the citation, clear visual approach, 17
Excuse me.
center, 666.
Canada 79, the last assigned altitude on the chart is 12,000. Please tell me you have the charts.
So back another 79, we have trip about 100. I'm descending 1 meter, I think, from Peeps.
You're not flying to big airports, guys, just letting you know.
Yes, I have the plan, but I don't know what happened. Sorry for that. I cannot say it tonight.
3752, descend via the move 6 arrival, forward altimeter 2994.
So we got somebody right behind us.
Yeah, from 6 arrival, altimeter 2994. Hello, big boy, to me, emergency or code, please.
Nick, don't interrupt people. Who was calling?
This guy's gangster tonight.
You ready to taxi?
We'll take 2-4.
And 56 Yankee 24, taxi me, Bravo.
Here, Bravo, 68, 568.
Where you at, Nick?
I'm at DFW, 1406.
Corona San Antonio Airport, Jasper 7 departure, wind due is 5, climb me the SID, squawk 2353, squawk 3 back on me.
353, we'll call you at spot 9.
You.
Open, sweetie.
Number Tango Zulu Romeo, the wind 17010, runway 17 center, quarter line.
Clear to land, runway 17 center, November, Tango Zulu Romeo.
Unit 79, reduce speed to 180.
Reduce speed to 180, I got 79.
American 2223, descend maintain 5,000.
5,000, 2220.
Unit 79, descend maintain 6,000.
Ooh, we're getting close. Might need to get some of them brakes out.
For 1 center, vision 5 Mike Tango, level 290.
Vision 5 Mike Tango, 4 center, hello, I'll lower for you in just a minute.
Instant Center, good evening, American 2088 with you, crossing 276 for 29er.
2088, 4 center, hello.
Center, American 1406, we just center code one more time, was it a 2353?
Come on, baby, slow down.
American 1406.
We got full brakes out here.
Thank you very much, sir.
American Unit 79, planning 350.
350, I got 39.
There we go.
Bravo Delta 666, so the wind is 17010, runway 17 center.
Okay, we got Darb. Let's see what Darb is at.
Landing number 2, Alpha Bravo Delta 666.
Okay, still doing good.
American 364,
American 364, 4 center, good evening, clear to San Jose Airport via the Harbor 3 departure, hold is followed, climb me the SID, squawk 2234. 64, squawk me back correct, 20 left for departure, advisor to taxi.
Yeah, Fort Worth Center, UPS 318 Heavy. It's at flight level 214, descending move 6. It's with information mic on board, requesting runway 18 right for arrival.
You plan on 18 right.
Okay, thank you for 18 right, UPS 318 Heavy. Alright.
2088.
Alright, guys.
6 arrival, forward altimeter 2994.
So now we need to slow our speed down, so let's kick some more of those brakes back out.
2994, American 2088.
Because we need to be at 290 indicated now.
6 Yankees holding short 24 on Bravo. 6 Yankee, the wind is standby.
Hey, I'm trying to, what up? Drew Stone says negative 109. Hopefully.
The wind 17010, runway 24, correct takeoff, runway heading.
Excuse me.
Runway heading 24, left takeoff, 6 Yankee.
Okay, guys, and we want booze
Center November 281, Bravo.
between 19 and 17. Looks like we're going to be good there.
28, probably going forward the loop.
Okay, we're getting ready to be in the transition. Let's get those brakes back off and rearm. Okay, we're in, getting ready to be flight level 180. Let's go ahead and
9970 arrival landing south, Austin, altimeter is 2999.
let's push it in.
American 1199 76 arrival landing south, Austin is a 2999er.
2994.
2999er.
2994.
2223, fly heading of 220.
2994. Land. Speed brake is armed.
And you got traffic at your 9 o'clock, 9 miles northbound, 6000, heavy A310.
Okay, so we're going to make it left to here. They'll almost stay at 12, and then we're on a heading of 357. Right after that, right after we leave Bayonne.
The ramp is Lima Echo Hotel.
Lima Echo Hotel 179, Brooklyn 135.
Forward Center, American 1406, also looking for me. Miguel Taxi, we're about 13.
Track 357 after Bayonne.
Right to be Echo Juliet, Lima Echo Golf.
Echo Juliet, Lima Echo Golf 179, American 1406.
6668 contact, Houston 134.42, we'll see ya. Mike Tango, send via the Berry 2 arrival forward altimeter 2994.
Sending by the Berry 2 2994.
Okay, we got our heading set up for 357. Which you can see, that's where we get right downwind of runway 18 right.
And let's see, November Tango, Zulu, Romeo, welcome to...
Okay, 14,000 at Curly.
7 right, and taxi via Kilo, and...
Yep, that's what we're looking. 14 at Curly, 13 at Mo, 12 at Del Amo. And speed is going to be reducing here once again.
Cross 17 right, taxi via Kilo, northbound of the ramp. Thank you.
Cross 6 Yankee, forward through to contact 1,400 coming to 10,000, clear to Filas.
Directed Filas up to 10,000. Press Yankee.
Canada 79, turn left heading to 80.
280, Canada 79.
American 205, just going to maintain 8,000.
8,000, American 205.
2223, but as we have forward to site 10 o'clock and 17 miles.
That's fine.
Our American 2223, coverage approach 17 center.
Yeah, the visual approach 177 center, American 2223.
American 1199, contact Houston 134.42, we'll see ya.
There we got Mo at 260, is that what we got down here?
American 1199, have a good day.
Flight 135, 17 right, line of point, traffic across the downfield.
17 right, line of point, flight 135.
Let's check this guy here. Okay, Mo, we got it at 250, 12,000. Let's get back in here again. So 35 land. We got everything going good here, guys. We're going to do 35 land at 158 on the approach speed.
Canada 79, turn left heading to 00, join the runway 17 center localizer, set to maintain 5,000.
200, descend 5,000 to join the localizer for runway 17 center, Canada 79.
And really, we're supposed to be at Elmo at 210.
And for more side, American 968, checking off level 350.
It's got it at 220.
And 968 forward Zilla. American 171, descend via the Seaver 4 arrival, forward altimeter 2994.
Descend via the Seaver 4 arrival, American 171.
Why is Delmo?
American 205, speed 180.
Should be at 12, right? Where are we at now? Okay, yep, holding 12,000, thank goodness.
American 1406, 17 right, line of point, traffic across the downfield.
178, line up and wait, American 1406, we'll be ready.
Alpha Bravo Delta 666, where are you parking tonight?
Okay, because I'm just going to go ahead and disconnect when I vacate at the next available taxiway. I'm actually turning right onto Mike 6 right now, so I'll just disconnect after I vacate the runway.
Good. Are you going to disconnect before you cross 17 right, or are you going to cross 17 right then disconnect?
Okay, now we're on the manual speed here.
It's going to hold short of 17 right, 666.
666, then 59, we'll see that.
See ya.
Stabilizer motion.
Forward for 5135, 4,000 for 10,000.
Flight 135, Fort Worth, you ready to contact, come and take Throttle 370.
370, Profile 135.
Okay, 2223, the wind 17010, we're moving 17 center, clear to land.
And speed check, first stage of flaps.
American 205,
We go flaps 15.
2000, American 205.
1406, RNAV to T-Rex, the wind 17010, 17 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV T-Rex, clear for takeoff 17 right, American 1406.
Air Canada 79, the Fort Worth Airport is at your 10 o'clock, 16 miles reported site.
Have a report in sight, Canada 79.
Okay, we're holding 12,000 until we shouldn't be descending. Okay, she was just straightening herself out there. No problem.
It's 318, descend maintain 1010.
Down to 10,000, UPS 318 heavy.
Turn left heading 280.
280, American 205.
281 Bravo Golf, descend to the red and 4, arrival Dallas, altimeter 2994.
We'll descend via the red and 4 and 2994, 281 Bravo Golf.
In 1406, forward center Rudder contact, maintain 17,000.
17,000, we're at a 1,700, American 1406.
Alright, let's look at our approach here.
Maintain 5,000.
5,000, American 205.
Let's see, Johan. Ickle, they wanted at 4,000, so. Alright, guys, it's definitely getting a little busy here. Let's go ahead and get the flight controls on before I forget. Flight controls are on, guys.
Canada 79, the wind 17010, runway 17 center, number 2, clear to land, traffic short final.
Okay, guys, landing lights can come on.
79.
1406, clear direct to wind view, climb flight level 280.
Directly to Windu, flight level 280, American 1406, thanks buddy.
UPS 318, descend and maintain 6,000.
Down to 6,000, UPS 318 heavy.
American 2223, welcome to Fort Worth, right turn, enable cross 17 right, what's your gate tonight?
Alright, when able cross 17 right, going Delta 29.
And American 2223, Roger, and you can all roll all the way down to Bravo, because I cross 17 right, and Bravo Golf to the gate, good night.
Bravo Golf to the gate, all the way down, American 2223 heavy.
205, turn left heading 190, join the runway 17 center localizer.
190, join the localizer for 17 center, American 205.
You're going to go through it, so you go through the localizer, turn left heading 140 to join, and I'll have the airport for you in just a minute.
Okay, let's check our nav rate page.
American 205.
Okay, 111.9, 176. The ILS here is 111.9, 176, so it is in there, guys. So we will be getting that ILS.
Let me know when you have the airport in sight. Meet you 12 o'clock and 3 miles.
Airport in sight, American 205.
205, clear approach 17 center, thanks.
Visual approach 17 center, American 205.
At 3752, descend and maintain 900,000.
32, descend and maintain 9,000.
It's 318, descend and maintain 4,000.
Down to 4,000, UPS 318.
Traffic.
Enemy United 3752, plan visual 18 right.
3752, expect visual 18 yards.
American 2080, plan visual 18 right.
We'll plan for 18 right, American 2088.
205 to 17010, runway 17 center, clear to land number 2.
Number 2, clear to land 17 center, American 205.
PS 318, turn right heading 080.
Right 080, UPS 318. Oops.
heading. Traffic will be at your 10 o'clock, 10 miles southbound at a 5,000, say E320.
Okay, we'll be looking for traffic, UPS 318 Heavy. Alright guys, let's go here.
American 205, traffic will be at your 2 o'clock, 8 miles eastbound for the west side. Is a heavy, heavy MD-11 descending to 4,000. Traffic inside, American 205. UPS 318, continue to heading 150, report Fort Worth in sight. It'll be at your 1 o'clock and 17 miles.
Okay, we'll report what we have. Continue heading to 170, UPS 318 Heavy.
Continue heading to 150.
150 on the heading, UPS 318 Heavy.
Fort Worth American 364 coming out, spot 122.
364, 18 left, taxi via Golf, Whiskey Golf.
Whiskey Golf, 18 left, American 364.
And 3752, descend and maintain 5,000, speed 180. And 3752, 5,000, speed 180.
Clear Thompson J, 5,000, speed 180. Fort Worth Center, Candy United 772, 5,190.
772, Fort Worth.
And UPS 318 Heavy has the built-in sight.
318, coverage approach, 18 right.
Clear visual approach, 18 right, UPS 318 Heavy.
5 Mike Tango, plan visual approach, 17 center.
Plan the visual 17 center, 5 Mike Tango.
Mike Golf, descend and maintain 7,000.
Okay guys, localizer is armed.
994 down at 7,000 for my Golf.
My God, it's Michael Gordon.
Wow. My God, it's Nick Reed.
My God, it's not butter.
A bat.
Alright, maneuver.
Hello, Christopher.
Nick doesn't need any more butter.
Derek, you need to be quiet.
Love you.
Love you too, buddy.
Don't have too many responsibilities.
Center, November 281, Bravo Golf. Can we get the RNAV Yankee for runway 13 right?
You can plan that.
We'll plan for the RNAV Yankee.
Yeah, it's 318, the wind 17010, 18 right, clear to land.
18 right, clear to land, UPS 318. Alright, just trying to get that localizer there.
500.
Need to cross and pick up the ILS there.
Stabilizer motion.
You can't call me back.
Hey guys, next stage of flaps.
3752, right turn heading 080.
Right heading at 080, 3752.
28.8, so maintain 8,000.
At 8,000 American, 28.
Southern Canada Sentinel, getting on Mike 4. Canada 79, roger. Mike 4, Echo Lima, cross 17 right. And what's the gate tonight?
No specific gate, so your discretion, Canada 79.
Okay, 2,000 there.
Roger. Mike 4, Echo Lima, cross 17
We
right.
need 24.
Mike 4, Echo Lima to the gate, Canada 79.
364, 18 left, line up and wait.
20 left, line up and wait, American 364. Hey, approach 281 Bravo Golf. Can we get direct to a pay key?
Okay guys, we'll go ahead and get gear down.
This time. American 364, RNAV to B Park, the wind 17010, runway 18 left, cover for takeoff.
FB Park 181, clear for takeoff, American 364.
318, if I didn't give it to you already, actually already did. Wind 17010, 18 right, clear to land.
18 right, cleared to land. UPS 318 heavy.
3752, right turn heading 160, report forward to site to meet your...
Alright, still trying to get perfectly on that ILS. We haven't captured it yet.
We have their fielding site.
Could be close enough to get it.
Coverage approach, 18 right, caution wing turbulence. You are 9 in trail of a heavy MD-11.
This Chief, clear approach, visual 180 right, and we are aware of the turbulence, with turbulence.
Okay guys, gears coming down.
Continue on Echo Mike to the ramp.
Alright. And we got medium.
Continue Mike, Echo Mike, cross 17 right to the ramp, good night. Echo Mike, cross 17 right, cancel July. American 28, maintain 6,000.
Got a 6,000, American 28.
Okay, we finally got the localizer.
Maintain 7,000.
7,000, American 364.
Okay, speed is out. Alright, flaps 35 is selected. Gear is down, 3 green. Auto spoilers are armed. Brakes are into the medium. And all landing lights on. Runway clearance has been given.
I'll have the approach for you on the downwind.
Stabilizer motion.
Okay, thanks.
Alright guys, as soon as we get all straightened up here, we'll go ahead and take her off.
Autopilot. Autopilot. Autopilot.
Hey guys, my aircraft.
3752, the wind 17010, runway 1 feet right, number 2, clear to land.
3752, number 2, clear to land.
American 364, code red Colsey, climb flight level 340.
Correct, Colsey 340, American 364.
Check.
American 28, maintain 5,000.
Got a 5,000, 28.
American 171, plan the visual approach, 17 center.
Could we get the visual 18 right?
It's on request, you can plan the left side for now.
Plan the left side for now, American 171.
Check. Landing.
American 28, right turn heading 080, maintain 4,000.
Heading 080, descend and maintain 4,000, American 28.
100. 50. 40.
Light slope.
20. 10.
Alright guys. Acceptable landing. Okay, front gear is finally down.
American 28, keep the right turn going, 150, report
Speed is bleeding.
The airfield or traffic in sight, 10 o'clock, or correction, 1 o'clock, and 17 miles.
Alright guys, we got a nice rollout here.
50, and we'll let you know we have them or the airfield in the site, American 28.
Like takeoff, so maintain 6,000.
17, 6,000, coming takeoff.
American 20 or 171 plan visual approach 18 right.
Visual 18 right, American 171.
American 205, welcome to Fort Worth, right turn when able. What's your gate tonight?
We'll park at Charlie 30, why not?
205, Roger, right Mike 3.
Flaps are coming up.
Right Kilo 8, cross 17 right, straight ahead to the gate, good night.
Mike 3, Kilo 8, cross 17 right to the ramp, envoy. American 205.
That's 318, Whiskey Lima, Charlie 9 to the ramp, good night.
Whiskey Lima Charlie Charlie 9 to the ramp. UPS 318 Heavy. Good night to you as well, sir.
2088 airfield inside.
2088 clear for approach, runway 18 right, the wind 17010.
Alright, guys.
18 right, clear to land number 2. You are 8 and trail
APU
of
is on. Let's go ahead and check it out, and I'll check you guys out in the chat here in a second.
American 2088.
But we did make it in.
Maintain
Okay,
5,000.
Charlie, and then we're going to make a right, Charlie 9 to the ramp. Okay, taxiways are all clear. Waiting for that APU to come up. Spoilers are off and disarmed.
Did you want the Zulu or the Yankee for 1 Bravo Golf?
We would like the Yankee 281 Royal Golf.
That was a nice exit because the Charlie 9 is right here.
And just confirm you wanted the Yankee 13 right, correct?
Correct, Yankee 13 right.
All right, there's the cargo ramp right here, folks.
Okay, and I'll have vectors for that. Just flight present heading, maintain 6,000.
We'll expect the vectors and maintain 6,281 Bravo Golf.
Flight present heading. Give me just 1 second. 1406, contact the bald-headed wonder 3442, we'll see you.
He's not a bald-headed wonder.
He is. Have you seen him lately?
Yes, I have seen him lately, but I don't call him that. Bye.
Alright.
Of you.
Of you.
Goodbye, Michael Gordon and Chris Robbie.
Bye, Nick. Goes 5607, you clear to the Dallas-Fort Worth Airport. Crimson 4, Crimson, climb and maintain 5,000, expect 270, 10 minutes after departure this frequency, squawk 2315.
Is this guy awake or is he asleep at the wheel? Okay, there we go. Let's check on our APU here quick. I don't know why we're not getting the APU to connect. It says available.
Left 2705, Mike, take it.
5607, back 17 left, departure advisory taxi. And 1 Bravo Golf,
That was crazy, man.
approach from, because I'm either going to take you out to APAC or turn you out so I can give you less than a 90 to Binay. Where do you want to pick this up at?
Are we able to pick up at Peiki, 281 Bravo Golf?
Yeah, but I got to take you to the north first before I can clear you direct there because it's more than 90 degrees from your present position. So turn left heading 360.
Alright, homeboy's got us going all the way up, so we're not going to do that.
And I'll give you that here shortly.
Parking brake is set.
We'll expect the 8-pack here shortly.
Let's go ahead and kill the center engine. And let's get our transponder off. Curious why that APU is not connected just yet, so let's go up top. Okay, APU's on. Cool. There we go. And now we can turn all of our engines off. Let's get the red beacon off, guys. Let's runway turnout lights.
752, welcome to Fort Worth, left turn enable, what's your gate tonight?
And beacon is off, guys. Welcome to Dallas Fort Worth. And let's see how close homeboy got us into parking into the building. He kept telling us to move up. I guess it wasn't too bad, but we're going to stop there. We did not trust him, man.
Yeah, what's your gate tonight?
All right, let's see. UPS ramp all the way at the end. Got it. C9 isn't the UPS. Okay, this is international. Oh, that's right. Okay, I feel you. It's going to be it for today, though. Are you using a killer? I'm using my rudder pedals. Nightbot didn't time me out, so this time. My baby says, great landing. Appreciate you, baby. Drew Stone says, nice one. And looking good. Alberto D, I have to head out, folks. Left a like. Hey, appreciate you, Alberto D. You know you my man with the with the plan. All right, let's get that off. Let's get me off. Let's get the overlay off.
916, leaving the airspace to the east.
We can go ahead and log off, and we can go ahead and get some musica going here. All right, time to get that replay in there. Yes, sir. That's the whole goal. All right. Let's see what we look like coming in, guys, here to Dallas, Fort Worth. And it's not doing anything, so we might have a crash here. Come on, X-Plane, don't do it to me. Give it a second there. It's not liking the replay. And that just means that X-Plane literally... So let's give it a second here. It looks like everything is freezing up on me, so... we might not have a replay, guys. Keone says it was firm, but acceptable. Absolutely. Yeah, we had some extra fuel on board. I'm pretty sure the profile looked great. But, guys, X-Plane is... You guys see what's happening, so I'm not going to close the program, man. I completely apologize, but we're not going to get a replay. I do know, like, Kuwait Pilot, a bunch of them don't do a replay on this because it crashes it. That's one of the problems with X-Plane. So, man, I'm going to be signing off at this time. But I do want to say big up to everyone for riding on board. It looks like X-Plane has other plans for us not to get a replay in there, but I appreciate you guys riding on board. We had a nice acceptable landing, not hard, not soft, just acceptable. No passengers on board. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. All right. Let's take it from here. It looks like X-Plane is doing some things. Okay, I'm not even gonna mess with the replay, y'all. Let's see what we get here. I'm so glad I didn't close it down. Let's see. You're not receiving enough. Yeah, we should still be good. Do some replays. I'm fast forwarding it right now, so hopefully that doesn't do anything here. Let's see, we were at 10,000. Okay, y'all, so let's just take what we can get on this replay. Let's take what we can get on the replay, y'all. I'm not even gonna be messing with it too much to see what happened, man. I'm just happy that it definitely is still going on. Okay, cool. All right, that was a scary one, y'all. That was a scary one, but this is how we're gonna definitely take a look at it. Let's see here. We got it back. It was firm. Okay, right, man. All right. No problem, man. Looks like we're going to have a replay, y'all. Now, don't be surprised if all the surfaces and everything don't work. That's a strong possibility. So it's going to be probably the only replay. Curious to know if our flaps and everything is going to work. Because look, it's even already got gear down and everything. Okay, we can put that gear up. We might have to do everything just as. See, the flaps are, let me see, are they in the up position there? Yeah, by this time we probably have flaps out though. We're gonna see. Yeah, we definitely had some flaps out at this point. Alright, y'all, so we do got a nice little replay. Rock-a-lockin'. I want to see the outside view on the landing. Yeah, we are. Trust me, we are. We're just going to ride it in from the wing view. And then as we get on final and get close to the runway, we'll go ahead and do the outside. Then if we can go back and do some rewind on the wing landing, we will. I like the outside view too, my G. So we had a good profile. And don't forget, these cargo planes are not always going to be buttered, just to let you guys know, because we had extra fuel in the weight of it. I think if you hit Control 4 together, it should go outside. No, I know how to go outside, my G. Trust me. Trust you me. No worries, man. No worries. No worries. We're going to do the outside play once we come back in, my G. So this thing is bugged on the replay, obviously, as you guys see. I'm just glad we actually got a replay and it didn't shut down on us. So in the meantime, while we're riding it in, guys, appreciate everybody riding on board. Big up to my lovely wife and kids. Coffee of Sorts was in the house. Zato Flies, who's also a content creator. Jerry Porterfield checked in, of course. My lovely lady, once again, big up to you, baby. She was making comments. Sawyer's Aviation. We said my boy Coffee of Sorts was in the house, along with Drew Stone 77, an aviation geek, rode on board, of course. Also, we have my man Zach Hamilton, who checked in, along with AMGD Salem, Spawn and Salmon, of course, who's all the way in the house. Keone Anthony's in the house, guys. And Alberto D checked in with my G Greenlight Auto Brokers. Big up to you, gents. And let's see. All right. Now let's go up front and see what we need to do, because I think we got to manipulate some of the flaps and stuff. Let's see. We're at 3,000. Almost there. Yep. You can see what our speed is, 186. So we actually have to do the flaps and everything on the replay. All right, at 35. Let's see. I believe it is 190. Okay, that looks like where we got the ILS. Okay, there's the runway over there. So not quite ready to get full flaps down. And we can definitely, let's see what's on the first officer side here. We can definitely get flaps 20 for sure. Go for flaps 20. Alright, let's see how she was configured. See how high that nose was up? Alright. We getting us a replay. Very proud of the computer who saved it. I thought that was it. Okay, there is the runway there, so we can probably get those landing gear down now. Yeah, we're doing our own replays to reconfigure the plane. Well, guys, and it looks like we're only landing with one landing gear. So definitely a glitch. We're not having any more of the landing gear come out. So this ought to be interesting.
Landing gear. 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 Landing gear.
Okay, we got nose, center coming down. Let's see if the other ones come out. There we go. Alright, and she was good flaps. There we go, guys. I was about to get nervous. Alright, I believe we got all the gear out. Man, this thing is tough on the replay. Alright, there we go, guys. Fully configured. And then we'll get our outside view, man. Let's see. We need the beacon on. We needed our landing lights on. So this is the glitch about this thing in the replay, but at least we have a replay. So we'll get all that back on, y'all. No worries. We'll get one good outside view from the tower. Alright, let's see if tower can pick it up. This is the view I prefer. Alright, looks like we're going to have a good view.
Autopilot. 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 Autopilot.
Alright. There we go, man. We got a replay. We had to do a bunch of stuff to get the plane back where it needed to go, but we got a replay, man. Can't ask for more than that. Perhaps the gear wouldn't come down until we actually dropped the gear on the approach, which could be very possible, but either way, we're about to see the profile, man. And then we'll do some, we'll rewind it back a little bit and see if we can get some more of this profile in there for you guys' this view and pleasure. All right. Now look how long we held that nose up though, like straight up G's. See that? That nose was up for a minute. Okay, we do have our spoilers coming out. So that was a pretty good landing, guys, in the touchdown zone. Nice and firm. Nice quick slowdown. You can see those reverse thrusters didn't come on. Whew! Don't know what happened there. Everything disappeared. That's alright though. We at least got some type of replay. Let's go back and see if it fixes itself. There we go. See what we look like from this angle. Boom, held that nose up. Bye, y'all. I'm liking it. Let's do a couple more fam bams. Drew says, nice one. Whatever the most recent version of this aircraft is, this is what this is. X-Plane is updated to the most recent version as well as the aircraft. Right there in that touchdown zone, that nose was held up. Bye, y'all. Not bad. Just a little bit left the center line. The beta, I don't think, is in the 1.7 beta of the MD-11. Either way, she worked good for us, so I'm not going to complain too much. Let's get some wing replays now. Now that our replay is working. Only because the center gear didn't touch other stuff when you were flying wasn't fixed. What do you say? Only because the center gear didn't touch and other stuff when you were flying wasn't fixed. Yeah, they still got some work to do on it, but you guys got to remember, you know, X-Plane 12 is still fairly new. So for the fact for this to work in X-Plane 12, I'm satisfied, because like companies like Coronado and the other, you know, Tolis was on it, Flight Factor was on it, a bunch of them have been on it, but a lot of them have been slipping on getting the planes ready for X-Plane 12. So, but guys, we had a great flight. Super busy towards the end. All right, y'all. Let's do one more, man, and then we're gonna call it. Since we got our replay. Thank you, dear Lord, for giving us the replay. I'm not going to click on this because that seems like when it's going to mess up. We'll do one more behind the wing, and we'll call it. We'll go nice and far out. See which side we want. I think we'll do this side. Alright, y'all. So this is the final replay. Then we'll ride it into the gate. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys riding on board. And it was an awesome flight. First time I've streamed this aircraft on the X-Plane 12 or X-Plane 11 for that matter. And haven't flown it as much as I would like, but I am totally 100% satisfied with the result of this flight, guys. So thanks for riding on board, and enjoy the rest of the replay. You guys have a blessed evening, a blessed tomorrow, and a blessed rest of the week. And we'll be back maybe doing some 737 ops, or maybe we'll do the Boeing 767, or maybe we'll do the something else. And then, like I said, maybe we'll do the Airbus. It just depends on my work day goes and everything goes. We'll do the A350, but no promises there. It's easier to just do something different that doesn't require such a long flight for you guys, because I am a family man, so I got to balance work, family, and simulating for you guys. So big up to each and every one of you guys. Appreciate you guys riding on board. Hope to see you guys on the next stream, and definitely appreciate all of the support. 100. I'm your boy Dre. Enjoy the rest of the replay, and we'll see you on the next one.